the ground. It's Jacobs to start the drive. Room here to run. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good-sized run?
Well, they were in a cover 2 alignment, which means your 2 safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some room, a big gap between that second level and third, and that's what they were able to exploit.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Off the option, here's Jacobs. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Jacobs. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Try to run for it with Jacobs. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him already. Not bad for the first drive of the Pro Bowl. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Mahomes. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And the AFC on the board first. It's 3-0.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through this time in the Pro Bowl.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So now we'll get our second look in this game at the NFC offense. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The NFC with the football here to begin the second quarter. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, are typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw.
This one taken in by Otten. Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey.
And a lane slowly materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
And the NFC punt team out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. On the return is Williams. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment.
He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the NFC will take over 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw here. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And that's complete to McCaffrey. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the NFC punt team out there now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over.
Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelce. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now the AFC going to use their final timeout of the half as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Mahomes to throw once more. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And they're going to get this up to midfield. So we have hit halftime of the Pro Bowl with the AFC leading the NFC. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll continue on and take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half. And it was a tricky half to figure out numbers-wise. They've got the lead, but you'd figure they're definitely talking about ways to get this passing game back on track. Meanwhile, on the other side, they too have found passing lanes to be hard to come by so far. As you see by the numbers, they'll need to figure that out in the second half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And no thought of a return here for Hines. The AFC offense now set to start this third quarter. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a two-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. Oh, felt like that move deserved more than he got there. A gain of 2. Second down, Jacobs once more. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. On third down, here comes Jacobs. Look at those stick skills. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing.
First throw for the backup, Jackson. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Play action. It's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Henry out of the pistol. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now it's Jackson. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Off the option, here's Henry.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
Setting up the screen, Harris.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Flush to his right.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Now, this one has been fun so far, as the Pro Bowl usually is. A lot of relaxed faces out there. 2nd and 10.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on this.
The NFC punt team out there now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. The AFC offensive unit getting set to take over. And, Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these two defenses...
Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown. Derrick Henry, 63 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage. That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
We want plays that cover a lot of ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance runs, long-distance passes. It doesn't matter. In the Pro Bowl, big plays are what we're all looking for.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. That right there makes up for that missed extra point they had after the first score.
Yeah, they went ahead and got back to level by going for 2 and having the normal amount of points, so that works out pretty well for them. And if you're the kicker, don't worry about it too much. Now they got back to where they want to be, they'll try it out there for the next one.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll set up to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that'll be caught by Kupp. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 2nd and 5. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. The numbers for the NFC on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking downfield for Godwin. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The AFC set to take over on offense. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the 4th quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now, and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them, and they'll have to live with that for the rest of the year.
Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Jackson. That's swung out wide to Harris. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That third down conversion good for 23. Anyone who watched Najee Harris at Alabama knows the kind of strength that this guy runs with, and he's continuing on that path here at the next level.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did. But poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
A first down carry for Henry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Henry again on 2nd down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On third, here's an option play right. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The NFC about ready to set up shop offensively. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure, and the AFC gets to him for the sack. They're going to hurry back to the line now. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the NFC going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. They'll look to throw again. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. So, Charles, final thoughts on this AFC victory.
Bottom line, nobody appeared to be seriously hurt. That's the first thing we look for in this game. Well played, a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. I think that everyone's going to go home pretty happy, especially the AFC since they won the game.